for sort of a season where you kind of had to ease your way back into the lineup?
I feel pretty good. Just taking it day by day. Each day I'm improving and working on to get better. So, I'm feeling good.
And did you like do something in OTAs to your knee or something like what happened?
Yeah, something had happened. I was running a route and tweaked it a little bit, but during what that was, yeah, OTAs a little bit, but now I'm back and going.
Jerry, it seems like even though you were kind of in and out back in the spring, kind of leading into training camp and throughout these last couple weeks, you and Deshaun, it seems like when you're out on the field together, really have a good connection. It's kind of flawless. You don't miss a beat. What's that process been like? Kind of getting to know him, and you guys kind of building that chemistry when you haven't been out there on the field together.
Yeah, it's about communication, steady communicating with each other. Pick his brain a little bit, where he want me to be at in certain routes and certain situations, and I consistently ask him questions, what he think on my route, what he think about my route. So I think that's the biggest thing. So since I have that much repetition on the field, the biggest thing is communicating and just picking each other's brain on how we want things done.
But it seems like there has not been a lot of this training camp where you, Amari, and Elijah Moore have been on the field all together with Deshaun. So how do you think that has really kind of maybe slowed the development of the offense?
I think with the players we got here, I think that won't slow us down at all. We very smart players. Understand the game, understand the fundamental of football. So I feel like that won't hurt us at all. Once game one comes by, hopefully we all on the field together.
So what do you get out of these reps in camp and preseason that helps you build toward that?
Just timing with the quarterback, timing, understanding route concepts, understanding where the coaching and the quarterback want me to be on certain spots and certain routes. So that's the biggest thing for real.
Jerry, it seems since you were arrived here, they've managed you to get to the point where you're your best for the opener. Do you think you're there?
Yeah, I think I'm doing good. I'm listening to the training staff. I feel like they had the best position for me possible to, stay healthy and be ready for game one, and that's the goal right now.
Different with Deshaun Watson compared to other quarterbacks that you played with?
Deshaun, I play with a lot of good quarterbacks. Deshaun, he great at what he do. Communicate well. Know what he likes and what he don't likes. You know, they all have different playing style, but he just good at what he do for real.
And you've adjusted to a lot of different quarterbacks already in your career.
Yeah.
So even though you haven't had a ton of your 11 on 11 reps with Deshaun, do you feel like you're just good at pivoting and adapting and just whatever comes, you're gonna?
Yeah, I'm great at adjusting. The little time I do get, the little time I do go out there and practice, you wanna all want to be on the same page with Deshaun. Make sure he likes what I'm doing. And just like I said in the beginning, the biggest thing is communicating. Just stay communicating with each other and just understand what we want within each other.
Seems to be a sentiment around the league that as starters play less during the preseason, there's a little bit more of like an extended preseason to the first few weeks of the regular season. How do you feel about that? Do you think rust from lack of reps in preseason carries over to the regular season?
Nah, I don't think that. A baller is a baller. You're a football player no matter what. Week 1 preseason, no preseason, week 5. If you're a baller, you're going to go out there and ball, for me, in my opinion.
So do you feel like when you and Deshaun have to go out there in the opener together against the Cowboys, again, even though you had to work through your knee a little bit and everything, are you guys just going to be just ready to hit it?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, we always communicate. And when I am out there on that field, and it runs smooth. Like I said, I haven't been practicing, but when I was out there playing and practicing, it looked good. So hopefully it stays like that.
How do you build chemistry without the physical reps out here? Like, what do you do behind the scenes to build that connection?
You want to mentally prepare, and like I was saying, the whole interview is just communicate. Communicate with each other, pick each other's brain, understand what we want as a receiver and as a quarterback, and what we want to be at, and what the quarterback's looking at, and biggest thing communicating, like I said before.
You're regarded around the league with having some of the best footwork out of any wide receiver.
What goes into that, and what are some of the drills, and just what goes into perfecting that footwork?
I ain't gonna lie, as a JIT, I used to do a lot of ladder drills. That's all I had, that's all I know. So I ain't know nothing else but some ladders. So as a JIT, that's all I used to do. But that's it, man. And the biggest thing is just not getting locked up. I guess that's my biggest goal. I don't really think too much of the footwork. It was just get open, find a way to get open as quick as possible and on time. So that's the biggest thing for real.
You said that you've been running choice routes all of your life,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm just wondering, when you talk about communication, I know that that's one area where the quarterback and the receiver have to really be on the same page.
Yeah.
So the fact that Deshaun is used to running those or throwing those routes, and you're used to running them,
Yeah.
even though you haven't had a bunch of time on task,
Mm-hmm.
do you think those particular routes are going to be like clockwork?
Yeah, I think so. If we're on the same page, it's all that type of route all depends on the coverage the defense running. So if we could both see the coverage and understand what they running and what they want, then I'm pretty sure we'll be on time. That starts with watching game film and just communicating with each other. Yeah, that's it for real.
Will you watch game film together, like during the week, maybe stay after a little bit and just make sure that you guys are getting on the same page with what those defenders?
Whatever we need to do to prepare for that week, we're gonna do it.
How do you feel about going all the way to Seattle for the final preseason game?
I don't feel no type of way. We got a game in Seattle. We gotta go.
You've been there before.
A couple more. How is Amari? Where has he helped you since you've gotten here and getting acclimated?
He helped me in a lot of ways. Amari not really a vocal guy. You just gotta watch what he do. So I just watch everything he do, how he run his routes. He give me little details and stuff now and then, not whatever. Yeah, get my words all tangled up. Yeah, huh? Nowadays, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Nowadays, but I just be watching him, seeing how he moves, seeing how he run his routes and stuff like that. If I have a question, I ask him. Sometimes he critique me on things and stuff like that. Yeah.
Deshaun has taken a lot of heat, I think, in the media for maybe the fact that the offense doesn't look as good as it should right now, or just some inconsistencies. What's your view on how it's going, how he looks, and how it looks?
My view, Deshaun be looking good out here in camp, putting the ball in the right spots, making the right reads. Everybody not perfect, but we strive to be. So I think he's doing his best to work towards that, and I'm seeing it. And, hopefully everybody in the world see it week 1 when it come play the Cowboys.
In Denver, you're used to going against Patrick Surtain.
Yeah.
You're coming in here, Denzel Ward, Martin Emerson.
Yeah.
What have you thought about going against this cornerback group so far?
Everywhere I go, we have good corners. Denzel, MJ. They're great DBs. Very smart. Very physical. That working against them is gonna only make me better. So it's always great to have good DBs on your team, because when you go against everybody else, you're not seeing that. You're not seeing that for real, so it's a lot easier.
A lot of people say Pat's the best in the league. How close are Denzel and MJ?
Oh, they close. They up there for sure.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
How y'all doing today? Yeah, good. Ready?
Yeah. So you got back in it with the Vikings. You feel you're back to.
Say that again?
You got back into it with the second joint practice. Do you feel you're back to normal?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. It took me a week. Only had a knee contusion, so happy to be back with the team for sure.
What happened on that play? Did you bump knees with somebody?
Yeah, actually, it was a full slide and the back had to come block me, but I was going full speed and we bumped knees. Yep, for sure.
Were you worried it was more serious? You looked like you were in a lot of pain down there.
Yeah, at the moment, I was in a lot of pain, but so many thoughts was going through my mind, but I'm just glad it was just a knee contusion, man, and I'm happy to be back for sure.
Do you expect to play Saturday?
Yeah, I think everybody's playing Saturday. They haven't said much more about it, but hopefully I get a chance to get out there. It's been a week, like I said, haven't been on the field, but hopefully I can get out there and get some reps for sure.
Have you really turned your attention to the Cowboys yourself so far, and are you really studying and looking at Dak yet or anything like that?
Yeah, I have been. I actually went back to the last game they played, and I think it was the playoff against Green Bay. You know, I hate watching that, but still watching them, man, it's a great football team, man, and hopefully we can find what they're best at doing, man, and just, wreck Harvard in that game on September the 8th.
Just curious, what are you seeing from Jawan Briggs so far in the offseason?
Great guy, man. Student of the game. He know how to sing too. If you guys didn't know, if you ever come up here, ask him to sing a song. But great guy, man. He's quiet. Those are the guys you want to be scared of when they're always quiet. But man, great guy, great rookie, man, to come in, man, and do everything we asked him to do, man. I just like it, and he just want to get better each and every day. Stay after practice, be one of the guys that's first one in the building. So that's good, man, and hopefully that just carry on throughout his career.
You've been doing this for a long time. Do the preseason reps matter to you at all?
For sure, most definitely. It's getting me ready for the regular season. Like I said, I'm going into year 10, so I haven't had practice in 2 weeks. So for me to go out there and hopefully get some reps this Saturday will be big for me and for our football team.
So you feel like you just need one game of reps at this point in your career?
No, I ain't gonna say that. No. We need practice too, man. Practice make perfect. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. I think my coach from college always taught me that, man, to make sure you're involved, even if you're on the sideline, to still act like you're, mentally in the game. So for me, yeah, for sure to get reps, most definitely.
For you guys, is it, especially for the edge rushers, is it important because you can finally maybe sack the quarterback?
Yeah, for sure. It's been a while since we done been able to sack the quarterback, but at practice we can only get so close to him. So to get some real live reps would be good for the defense and the whole team.
Hey, Z, I know you've faced him in your career with other teams, but Dante Foreman, what do you see with him as a running back?
Great running back, man. Loves the cut, man. If he find that open hole, man, he'll for sure be able to hit that gap. So we just got to play our gaps, man, and be fundamentally sound, man, when we're going up against a guy like that.
Last week, having the joint practice with your former team, the Vikings,
Yeah.
saw there was some banter going on with you. You even hit him with the too small at one point.
Yeah.
How fun was that going against them, and how much do you embellish that?
It was kind of hard because I couldn't be out there the first day. I know the first day was the toughest day, you know what I'm saying, going against some ones versus ones. But for me, it felt good to just see those guys again. Things didn't work out, and obviously that's why I got traded here. But, man, I'm happy where I'm at, man. My time with the Vikings was great. I enjoyed it. It was a part of the Skull chant that I really liked from them, man. But happy to see them last week, man. But, we got to move on and get ready for this game this weekend.
See, it seemed like watching you guys, watching the D-line throughout those practices, that multiple guys were just getting pressure. I mean, what did you see when you were on the side and things like that? Were you seeing what you guys want to in terms of, you can't obviously sack anybody,
For sure.
You're getting there.
Like I said, it's still practice. It wasn't game reality, but, we still have a long way to go as a D-line. But I feel like the guys did a great job. They was getting after him. I think we had the first day like 6 sacks from our defensive line, but obviously we can't touch the quarterback. So we're being realistic. We got close to the quarterback, but it's big, man. And hopefully we have a big year this year. I know Coach always talk about how the Eagles had 5 guys with double-digit sacks in one season 2 years ago. So hopefully we can get to that and be a dominant defensive line.
See, is this the deepest, most talented group you've ever been a part of?
For sure, most definitely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To your point about the preseason reps, it seems like starters are playing less and less in the preseason. How do you think that affects the first few weeks of the regular season? Does those carry over a little bit?
No, I wouldn't say that. Like I said, this is obviously my first time going out there because of, being injured. But a lot of guys will hopefully get a chance to play this weekend, and I wouldn't say that it'll be rust. You know what I'm saying? It's just, hopefully it's just keeping guys away from injuries. We all know how that's been going on this preseason, but hopefully, man, we'll just pray and stay prayed up and nobody get injured and we can go out there and have a ball this weekend.
Do you guys feel like you really gave Deshaun the business when it was ones against ones in this camp to help him get ready for the season?
For sure. I think so. I know that's something Coach harp on to get him a lot of different looks because, like you said, last year we was the #1 defense. And for us to go practice against him each and every day, hopefully can only make him better, for sure.
Coach Schwartz has been saying that last year you guys were throwing your fastball, your main pitch.
Yeah.
How's the off-speed stuff coming along?
It's coming great. Coach like drawing up plays for everybody, to put them in a position to be dominant. They want to know what we're best at doing. And Coach Source is one of those guys that'll put you in that situation to help you be dominant throughout a football game.
It almost looks like Miles has, I don't even know if this is possible, but it almost looks like he's elevated his game
For sure.
even more and is just ready to Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we all know Miles, man. Miles is a great athlete, man. One of a kind. I think it was last week where Christian Darisaw said something about him after the first rep. It's like, man, his being is incredible. So I'm guessing his hips, you know what I'm saying, the way he get off the ball and just corner the pocket, man, is just one of a kind, man. So yeah, for sure, he's getting better each and every week.
What else can he add?
Miles?
Yeah.
Everything. That's a de-coordinated question, but for sure, man, he's a great leader. I think we had a leadership meeting yesterday, and they talked about how he opened up to his teammates and some of the things that he do. Obviously, he didn't practice as much in the beginning, but, he was there for the young guys to talk to them, you know what I'm saying, and guys that's a 3s or 4s, defensive end, asking questions, and he's basically there for them answering it. So I say, yeah, for sure, the leadership it's been going good this year for Miles. Yep.
Pretty good.
Hey, appreciate it.
Heading into the final week of preseason, what kind of has stood out to you about safeties and just how you guys have progressed throughout training camp?
We're progressing, getting into that regular season mode. 1 week left to kind of tidy everything up, but everything's pretty much there, Hopefully we go out and put on a good performance and build some confidence going into this week 1.
Do you think you personally need like a quarter of reps in a game at this point?
Do I need it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends on who you ask, but if you feel good, you might as well go out there and get you a couple, but I don't know. It's a toss-up question.
Well, last year you did it in Kansas
Yeah.
City in the last game, right?
I didn't play that game. I think I was at a hit pointer or something like that.
You did.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Random question, but I know you're one of the guys out there that has these unique handshakes with MJ. For you, how much does that kind of fuel the energy when you guys make a play out there and you can kind of execute what you guys have come up with?
Nah, we like making offense mad. That's really kind of what it is. We got a handshake with everybody. After every play, we celebrate and we doing something. So, offense don't like to see that when we upbeat and having fun out there. So, we like to do that and also build our kind of swag and confidence up. So, it's something cool to have individual guys.
Who's got the coldest one?
The coldest handshake? I don't know. Like, it's still in the works, really. Like, we're going through, like, the phases right now. Like, is this good enough? You know what I'm saying? But we're going to figure something out. Y'all going to see it week 1.
You got anything new planned for, like, group events after interceptions?
Group events? That's a week-by-week thing. We're going to customize that. Yeah.
Something different this year?
But we got to do something else. Everybody does the same thing. We got to figure out what we going to do.
You haven't figured it out?
Yeah, I might jump in the dog pound, have everybody jump in the dog pound. Yeah.
Granted, the secondary as a whole, what has stood out to you just about that group and, knowing how dominant you guys were last year, what's the next step for you guys that you want to see when we get to the regular season?
Continue to be the best. This group we got, second to none. We play the most man coverage in the league, so it's on tape. You got to continue to do that, put that on tape, and be those guys that the offenses are afraid of. We want them to come in and try to run the ball. We're going to knock that out, and we playing man outside, so it's not much else you could do.
Because you guys play a lot of man, though, and knowing that teams now have that tape on you, how do you prep for the season knowing, that's going to be a target?
Yeah, they can know it, but they can't stop it. That's got to be our mentality. They can know exactly what we're doing every play. That's why we go here in these preseason games. We trying to see what guys do. That's why Coach calls man, 80%, 85% of the time, just to see how guys can cover. So, leading that to the season, just build confidence in that, knowing that we do what we do, it's on us.
It's kind of an unusual final preseason games. Seattle at night.
Yeah, right. Probably get home at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
And you've heard that where you're like, what the? Have any insight as to how that happened? Because no one seems to have an answer.
Seattle at night?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a Roger Goodell, somebody over there. I don't know.
He ain't taking my calls, right?
He's not taking your calls. He ain't taking mine either. I was trying to ask about the hip drop tackle.
So,
anyway.
it's just, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, what can I do? You know, handle business and come back home and get ready for Dallas.
The first 2 preseason games, what has your role kind of been with guys who have maybe started taking their first NFL reps or are looking to get a bigger role and are looking to some of the vets and some of the starters to give them some tips?
Just try to be in their ear, but not too much. You know, I want to let them play. You know, you don't want to be too much in somebody's head and have them thinking too much. It's all about just being fast and making plays. You know, trusting your instinct and giving them tips and reminders, you know, along the way. Because you know, I was once in those young guys' shoes, and you know, all they're trying to do is make a team. So, whatever I can do to help them, make some plays. You know what I'm saying?
So you think as things stand right now, defense is just ready to go and be the defense? Is there anything that needs
be the defense?
Your defense.
Yeah.
Are there things that need to be polished up yet in this final?
Of course, you know. Of course. It's stuff to polish. But, you know, our confidence level is always there. Like I said, we got one more week, you know, a little half week of practice, and then go into that full game mode. But I don't see anything that's you know, that's not installed or anything like that. You know, we right on track.
You like the way this camp has evolved? Go back to Greenbrier, and now here we are near the end.
Oh yeah,
Has it been okay?
I love the end of camp. I love season coming up. Let's go. Good. Appreciate it.